like practical questions, when we are going for NAC and other accreditations, they will be asking not any definitions and all, but for the programs, how to, we will be teaching you the theory, but you have to develop your logic, and you yourself should be able to write a program. Okay, so they may ask any type of question, not only the theory what you learn. So if you are thorough in theory, you will be able to do the program. So now we are moving on to the next chapter, operators and expressions. And we have almost covered all the operators. And now we are going back and studying, because we know max, whatever operators we are studying manually, what we are doing, the same thing we are going to implement in the computer program. That's all. Okay, so some small difference will be there for the programming languages. That only we are just pointing it out, nothing else. Okay. So here in this chapter, we'll be learning about different types of operators and expressions, and what are the precedents of the operators. Okay. So as you know, operator is a term which we started from our mathematics, right? So maths, we have studied different types of operators. Operator is a symbol, right? Operator is a symbol. So when we are doing maths manually, it is to inform us that you have to perform addition, subtraction and all, right? Operators, example, addition operator, multiplication, mode operator, right? We studied all. So this is nothing but a symbol that tells the computer, instead of doing manually, now we are asking the computer to perform the operation, right? So here, this operator will be a symbol that tells the computer to perform a certain operation. What are the operations which we know? Mathematical operations. Mathematical operations. Answer me. Unmute and speak. At least one take the initiative. Now, what are the operations? What are the different operations which we have studied, which we are doing in mathematics?
Addition, subtraction,
Addition, multiplication,
minus,
Ah,
division.
all these are the operations. So operators inform the computer to perform certain operation, on which we are going to perform on certain operands. Operands can be either the data, actual data, on the actual numbers, or on the variables, right? Variables also can be used. So mostly in computer we will be using variables only, because we write a program and then we will pass different, we write a program with the expressions written using variables, a plus b, like that and all we will be writing, and we will be asking the user to enter the value for variables, right? So that we can use the same program for different sets of data. We perform the quadratic equation. So in that we were using b squared minus 4ac by 2a, and we were asking the user to enter a, b, c values, right? Instead of that, if I directly in the program itself, I am substituting instead of a, b, c, if I am entering it as the values 2, 4, minus 4, then the program will be working only for 2, 4 and minus 4. Always the same answer. In order to avoid that, we are using variables, right? So you can either perform operation on the data, actual data is constant values, right? Or it can be variables, using a variable name which we have defined. An expression, what is an expression now? So we got the definition for an operator. Operator is a symbol, right? Max operators, so operator is a symbol which performs certain operation on data or the variables. Now what is an expression? Expression is a sequence of operands and operators. Expression is a sequence of operands, or it is a combination of operands and operators that may reduce into a single value. You can write, tell me an example. Okay, so expression is a combination of, or it is a sequence of operands and operators. Now what is operands? Operands can be either the constant values, numbers what we pass, or it can be variables a, b, c, d. Okay, and the operators, what are the different type of operators we are going to study in the next slide. So what we are expecting is, after evaluating the expression, we'll be getting a single value. So Johnson, I asked you an example for an expression. So 3 plus 2. So it is an expression. We are having two operands, 3 and 2, and we have the operator. Operator is plus symbol, right? So it is a sequence of operands and operators. and we are expecting that will be reducing to a single value. So 3 plus 2 will be giving you a single value called 5, right? So this is an example for an expression. Good. Okay, so these are the many operators are there: multiplication, division, mode, all these things we will study. Operators are symbols which take one or more operands and form a mathematical or logical expression. So you just need to write only one definition. Operator is a symbol which inform the computer to perform certain operation on the data and the variables. Okay. So operators can take one or more operands, one, two, or three operands it can take and form a mathematical or a logical expression. We'll see what are the different types of expressions. So when it takes more than one or more operands, it forms a expression. We saw that expression is this is max only. Don't think that this is computer science. But how we will write an expression in mathematics? You will be writing. So this is an expression, right? 3 plus 2 equal to 5. You will be writing expression using relational operators. So all these are the expressions. Okay. So these operators are symbols which take one or more operands and form a mathematical or a logical expression. So now we will move on to the next slide where we are going to see different types of operators. Different types of operators. C can be in C language or the C programming language, we have different operators and they can be broadly classified depending upon the type of operators. And we will be making different classes of operators and we can tell it as there are 8 categories of operators. So the main categories are arithmetic operators, relation operators, logical operators, assignment operator, increment or decrement operator, conditional operator, bitwise operator, and special operator. So these are the operators. Broadly we are classifying all the operators. Arithmetic operators we have already seen: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, mode operator, all these, right? In basic maths we have studied. In school also we had studied, right? In 5th to 6th standard also we have studied all these arithmetic operators. Like that, no, we are making as a group or a class of operators and naming it as a common category name, that is arithmetic operators, which is having only arithmetic operations which can be performed using this basic arithmetic operators. Then comes the relational operators, then comes the logical operator, assignment operator, increment and decrement we already studied, I plus plus, I minus minus, even in the while loop and for loop and all we have used also, right? Increment and decrement operator. Condition operator. Tell me, what is a condition operator? What is a condition operator? So now 3 are absent. Monica N. Just now she ended. What is
Was disconnected, ma'am.
Okay. What is a conditional operator? We studied, I think, in operators chapter. I think you called me yesterday, no? I was outside. Okay, I'll call you later. But now tell me, what is an example or how to use a conditional operator? Conditional operator. We studied this conditional operator. You remember? Anyone remember conditional operator? It is a ternary operator.
Decision making.
Decision making, that is like conditional expression we told. One operator is there which takes 3 operands.
Exclamatory, ma'am.
Which takes 3 operands. Asha has answered. Mehboob also has answered. But the way you have written it is not correct. Ternary operator, but what are the... Asha has correctly answered. Conditional operator is a ternary operator. Madhusudan has worked it has worked on 3 operands. That and all is correct. But in order to write conditional operator is how to give conditional operator. Nevin, exclamation is not a conditional operator. Question mark followed by colon. Understood? Conditional operator.
Yes, ma'am.
You will be giving a question mark followed by a colon. So how to write? If you want to check, I think I made you do all the which number is the greatest. Greatest of 2 numbers, greatest of 3 numbers, and all we have done using conditional operator. I don't know, all forgot, I think. If A is greater than B, if A is greater than B, this is the way we will use condition operator. Then we will put a question mark, right? So these two are considered as a condition operator, the combination of question mark and colon. So if A is greater than B, then if A is greater, then we have to return as 1. Else we have to return 0. So this is known as a conditional operator. So in a single line, we can write a big checking. That is, if A is greater than B, then we will return 1 or we will return 0. We will learn it again in this chapter, no problem. So I'm just reminding you because we studied already in operators or where we have studied this data type. That chapter we had studied conditional operator. Bitwise operator, we will see how to perform all these arithmetic operation in bits. So 16 bits form 1 byte, right? 16 bits. 16 bits form 1 byte. So we will be, that all the numbers we will be representing using bits and bytes. So when we consider a number, we will be taking its binary representation, and then perform arithmetic operations. So for that, we are using bitwise operator. So in bitwise operation, we will be making bitwise operators are used on bits. And then special operators. Under special operators, we will be learning all those special operators like special operators which are like assignment operator, pointer operator, and then size of operator. All these are categorized as special operator. But so we will learn one by one. First, we will learn about arithmetic operators, then about the relational, then about logical, then assignment, increment, decrement, conditional, bitwise, and special. So arithmetic, relational, logical, and all is having more things. So after that, these are all we have already studied. So this we will see in this chapter all these operators and how these operators have precedence level. So in maths also, if you have more than one operator inside an expression, how it will be evaluating an expression, which operator will be considered first. That is known as the precedence of the operator. So if you have both arithmetic and multiplication, among arithmetic and multiplication, which will be performed first? That gives you the precedence. So which operator is having more precedence over the other? That also we will learn. Now this is based on the type of operators. We have 8 categories. So in some textbook, we will see in different order, but in Balagurusamy, whatever sets of categories are given, that only I have given over here. Arithmetic. So this is a sure question for university exam. What are the different operators in C? Got it? Okay, so all should be knowing. Arithmetic, tomorrow I'll ask arithmetic operator, relation operator, logical, assignment, increment and decrement, conditional operator, bitwise operator, special operator. So all these you have to study. So next slide we are going to see another category of operator. All these operators again can be made into or put into different 3 categories, which are based on the number of operands used. So all the operators can be classified into 3 other categories. That is based on the, say, all these operators, we can either tell it as binary operator, ternary operator, or some among these arithmetic operators can be unary operator, some can be ternary operator, some can be binary operator. So conditional operator is an example of ternary operator, right? Arithmetic operation, addition, subtraction, is it a binary operator or a ternary operator? It takes only 2 operands, right? So it is a binary operator. So depending upon the number of operands used, again we can categorize all the above operators into these. That is unary operator, binary operator, and ternary operator. Unary operators are those operators which requires only 1 operand. You know, we studied plus plus I plus plus or plus plus I, that is an increment operator or a decrement operator are examples for, I'll give like this what you have studied. So this is an increment operator, and I minus is a decrement operator. Here in this I plus plus, Naveen, tell me what is the operand and which is the operator? Naveen?
Ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
which
ma'am.
is the operand and which is the operator in I plus plus?
First one, ma'am.
So in this example, are you able
Plus
to?
plus is operator, ma'am. I is operand, ma'am.
Operand, good. So here we use only one operand, right? One operand
Yes,
and
ma'am.
one operator. That means we are using only one operand, means that type of operators are called unary operator. So in binary, these binary operators are those operators which require two operands. Got it? So here A plus B is an example for binary, because addition is an operator. Is an operator, and or plus sign is the operator, and it requires two operands on either sides. Here the operands are A and B. So in order to perform addition, we need two operands A and B, right? So this plus plus is a unary operator because it requires only one operand, while this plus one time alone, if you are using between as an addition operator, then it is a binary operator. We will learn about one more plus, that is for making a sign. In order to write -2, we are making use of a unary minus symbol. In order to write a +2, it is also a, in order to indicate the sign, got it? It is -2 and this is +2. So in order to indicate the sign of a number, we will be making use of addition and subtraction as a unary operator also. But if we are using it as an addition operator, then it requires two operands. Ternary operator. What are ternary operator now? Operators which requires three operands. It is known as a, so here we studied already that conditional operator. Conditional operator, what is a conditional operator? When they ask, you should write a question mark and colon. One example also you have to give. Why we are telling conditional operator as a ternary operator? Because between these two, we are passing three operands. Tell me, what are the operands of this ternary operator? Oh, I will ask now. Madhusudan. So what are the operators of this example? Yeah, Mehboob has answered. Madhusudan, can you tell me what I am telling? Ternary operator. This condition operator is a ternary operator. Why I am telling a ternary operator? And tell me what are the three operands of this example? A greater than B, question mark, 0, colon, 1. So what are the three operands? Ternary operator means three operands, right? Madhusudan. Gayatri, you have answered. But Gayatri, greater than is not an operator. Ternary operator is only question mark and colon. Got it? Between and in between and before and after, whatever we are using, that will be considered as an operand, because A greater than B. What is the result of A greater than B? It will be either A or B. So that will be considered as a first operand. After question mark, what we mentioned is the second operand. After colon, what we mentioned will be the third operand. Got it? So you should understand what are the three operands of a ternary operator. All of you listen here. Ternary operators are those operators which will be taking three operands. So what are the three? So you know, ternary operator, one example is our conditional operator. Conditional operator, operator itself is having two parts, right? One question mark and one colon. All are listening. One question mark and colon. Whatever we are giving before, after, and before, in between, and after, these two operators will be considered as an operand. So the first operand in this example is A greater than B. Consider A greater than B as a single operand, because after performing A greater than B, if A is greater than B, it will return A. right? So it will be returning true, right? If A is not less than B, one second, it will be returning true, one second. If A is greater than B, it will return. So we are asking a question whether A is greater than B. If it is greater, what it will return? It will return true. So what is the output of the first part? It will return either true or false, right? So this will be considered as first operand. Second operand will be this 0. Third operand will be this 1. Understood? So this part, it has to, this is in the form of an expression, right? This has to evaluate a true or false. Got it? So if it is true, then that is one operand. Second operand is this 0. Third operand is this 1. So it is little difficult to understand for the ternary operator, which is our ternary operator, conditional operator. Between this, tomorrow I'll ask the same question, so you should answer. So between this question mark, before this question mark, what we give, that will be one operand. So this, it is A greater than B, but greater than symbol we are using between. Again, this is an expression, right? Which greater than symbol is an operator which will be taking two operands. Greater than symbol is a binary operator. It will be taking two operands A and B. So it will be evaluating. If A is greater than B, it will return true. If A is less than B, it will return false. Got it? So this will be our example for the binary. Madhusudan 1, something he answered A, B, 1. What A, B and 1? So A greater than B will be considered as the first operand. 0 is the second operand, 1 will be the third operand. A greater than B will be returning either true or false. Understood? True or false. That is considered as the first operand. So you can tell A greater than B is the first operand. Understood? So tomorrow I'll be asking another example with the same conditional operator, and you should be telling me which is the first operand, which is the second operand. Okay. So those who are finding difficult to connect, you should sit somewhere where internet connection is high, that signal strength is there. Okay, so here this is an example for a ternary operator. The first operator, now there is